Here's Lamelo. And there's the deep count plus. Charlotte to get busy left unguarded on the perimeter. This is out, gets his own rebound, gets the ball
Lamelo Ball.
First day of practice was cool. I mean, I love the vibe. Everybody around here is cool, good energy. So yeah, I really loved it.
At just 19 years of age, Lamelo Ball has already planted his basketball footprints across the globe. From being a highly touted, scrawny prospect out of Chino Hills in LA to a brief stop in Lithuania and finally winning the Rookie of the Year award in the land down under.
He can now add Rookie of the Year to his resume.
His basketball journey came full circle when he got selected as the 3rd overall pick by the Charlotte Hornets in the recently concluded NBA draft. Lots of his critics argued that he wouldn't amount to anything, especially when he took the road less traveled by skipping college basketball entirely.
What are his habits like? What are his work habits like? Is this a guy who's going to maximize his potential long term? So talent-wise, complete stud. But there are some real question marks.
But then again, his non-traditional route to the pros has brought him undeniable success and a massive following in both the US and overseas, which could be the primary reason how he was able to land a contract with the Michael Jordan-led franchise.
Jordan sees Lamelo Ball as this player with a ton of potential.
With the team's horrible reputation of being one of the cellar dwellers in the mediocre Eastern Conference, plus the clear lack of a true point guard in the roster, the Hornets responded by picking the best passer in the recent draft. This was a sound decision for them as they need a genuine floor general who can fluidly run the Hornets offense. With the added addition of Gordon Hayward,
I never forgot, the commitment and the potential I think that Michael and the organization saw in me years ago.
The Hornets have a solid chance of maybe making the 8th seed in the East. We all know that Melo can pass the leather with flair just like his older brother, but the most intriguing part about Lamelo is his offensive game. Though a lot of people might say his shot selection is questionable and erratic on most occasions,
he's the most talented prospect in the draft.
This kid can light up the court from almost every angle possible within seconds. Today we'll delve deeper inside his game. Is he the real deal or just pure hype? Can a 19-year-old skinny kid play in a grown man's league? Well, let's find out. To understand what makes him a unique basketball specimen, let's first talk about the obvious ones. Lamelo's a long and tall point guard. Standing at 6'7", he's going to be a matchup problem against the opposing guards as he can see his passing target without any sort of deterrence. Even if ball pressure's applied, Lamelo can easily throw an overhead pass or simply get away unscathed thanks to his long limbs. During pick and rolls, Lamelo's bold enough to conduct flashy passes in tight windows. He has enough tricks in his back pocket, and this kid certainly loves to entertain the crowd. It's easy to nitpick Lamelo's offensive arsenal because of his natural play style. You may say it's laid back, cocky, or turnover prone, but I believe there's more than Lamelo's razzle-dazzle approach to the game. When you look at his mixtapes, Lamelo does actually have a great feel for the game. For most offensive possessions, his innate instincts heavily influence his decision-making. His transformation from a trigger-happy kid who would fire random 30-footers to a composed and methodical player was fully realized when he played in Australia. The improved maturity of Lamelo made him a legit threat on both ends of the court. As he threads in the lane, Lamelo often reacts to what the defense is giving him. When he feels the opportunity to drive isn't there, he'll kick it out to a wide-open corner or wing three. He's also able to locate backdoor cutters and react quickly on instinct alone. Like his brother Lonzo, the younger Ball has a great knack for looking up ahead during fast break scenarios. This allows his teammates to cherry pick at the other end of the court and get a couple of transition buckets. In the 12 games that he played in the Australian NBL League, he averaged almost 7 dimes a game. To sum up his passing prowess, he's got both the vision and precision in terms of delivering the goods right on the money. Lamelo also has the length and size that can fit in the modern-day positionless era of the NBA. He's a double-edged wing-sized playmaker that can create the scoring opportunities both for himself and his teammates. Though you can't say his shot mechanic is pure and pretty at this point, as you notice that his legs often flail uncontrollably after jacking up shots, Lamelo can easily get into the zone when he gets his rhythm going. Growing up in the small ball era of the NBA, you could easily see the strong similarities of Lamelo's game to the likes of Steph Curry and James Harden. Curry led the three-point revolution as no one's ever done before and expanding the game to absurd limits. Harden, on the other hand, is a gifted and crafty scorer that has a developing sense in terms of his playmaking ability.
Gerald Green to inbound. Harden trying to get free. Down to 3, down to 2. It's a 3. Good!
There is no doubt that Lamelo's playstyle is somewhat patterned to those guys. He has a range like Steph and the scoring and passing tendencies of Harden. Although he's not there yet in terms of efficiency, I'm sure that he's on the right track given where the league's headed in the next couple of years. Speaking of his offensive game, Lamelo has tremendous handles for someone his size. He controls the ball like a puppet on a string. When someone tries to swipe the ball from him, he can pull a Houdini by toying them with flashy and deceptive between the legs and crossovers. He's also known to make a fool out of his opponents with his step backs and elusive Euros. Another thing that makes Lamelo a lethal scorer is his strong pull-up game. This kid can hoist jump shots in rhythm coming off from hesitation dribbles, fast-break situations, or in any possible scenario. He can also stop on a dime and has the innate ability to decide whether to shoot or pass to someone open while under duress. In terms of his go-to moves, Lamelo often relies on his floater and runner game when he needs a bucket around the mid-range area. He has a soft touch that can cancel out incoming shot blockers whenever he drives at the basket. And on top of these, he's also a fantastic rim finisher that can effortlessly finish using both hands. Whenever he's met with opposition, Lamelo temporarily conceals the ball away from the defender's reach before bringing it out again, finishing with a tough up and under corkscrew layup. And with all of that, don't forget that he can finish above the rim. Lamelo was crowned as the Rookie of the Year in the ABL, averaging 17 points per game while logging in 31.3 minutes per game. In just 12 games, he showed that he can go up against the big boys in the fairly competitive Australian League. It's really amazing to see that Lamelo's already got these skills at an extremely young age. It's possible that the Hornets banked on this kid because they see a complete package of a player in Lamelo. He's got the size, the speed, and he can score and make plays for his teammates too. Combined with his charisma, flair, and natural feel for the game, I bet Lamelo is going to be a scary prospect that's yet to be unleashed. All he needs is some solid NBA experience and the right mentorship, and there's no doubt that he'll be a force to reckon with in the years to come. How far do you think Lamelo is going to go? NBA All-Star or Average Joe? Comment below, and we'll see you in our next video.